Rick Ayub, and well, before my diagnosis, it was still COVID. We were still in COVID. It was 2021, and so there was still some isolation going on, but still getting out a little bit, all that distancing and such. So it was just quite normal, just going to work and going out to dinner where we could, and just living life normally. There wasn't really anything extraordinary about it, just normal everyday life. First met Dr. Faruqi, who is my oncologist here. I got moved to Dr. Faruqi, and I think that was a blessing in disguise, because Dr. Faruqi has been absolutely wonderful. And one nurse in particular that stands out is Katie, who was my infusion nurse. And they just gave me and my wife a very comfortable feeling and very gentle demeanor of theirs that just gave us confidence that we were in the right hands. I think one lesson that stands out is that stressing over the past and being anxious about the future is a total waste of time. Being in the present, being with the people that you love at the moment that you're with them, not looking back and not worrying about the future. I think that was the first one. And the second one was that God doesn't work alone. He sends so many people in my path, starting with my wife, of course, but the doctors and the nurses, and I had two oncologists, the radiation oncologist and a chemo oncologist, and and my surgeon, of course. All three of them worked together so closely to get me to where I am today, and happy to say that I'm 100% cancer-free now, just loving life. But certainly that was a great lesson to learn, is that God just doesn't work alone. You got to be open to everyone that He puts in your path. With God, my faith, and my wife. Gosh, my wife, Charlene, just is an absolute angel. She helped me to maintain my faith and hope. She never really led on as to how much she was worrying when I was going through all of this. I didn't learn that until later, but she really did pull me through and helped me to remember my faith, and that those two were the greatest strength that I could have ever had. Now that I'm done with my treatment, I think the best thing that I could say is that nothing has changed. It's normality. And I think that I couldn't have asked for anything better than to just be normal again, and life to be normal again. I'd like to say something great and profound, but there's really nothing profound about it other than I'm very appreciative of just being back to normal and life being good without any side effects or pain. I think the greatest thing to know about Ironwood is trust. Really know what they're doing. Everything that my oncologist said that was going to happen did happen. And so their honesty and telling us what to expect and what was going to happen to me during treatment and after treatment, that honesty was the best thing that we could have had, and it just increased our trust in the team to take us to the end. So I think trust was the greatest thing. Really especially like to thank Dr. Faruqi. He's an absolutely wonderful doctor, very kind-hearted, very mild-mannered. But I'd also like to thank Katie. She was my infusion nurse. And as I mentioned before, this was during COVID, and so my wife wasn't allowed to stay with me during treatment. And she was just so wonderful to her. She allowed her in to get me started and reassured both of us, but especially her, that she was going to take care of me during my infusion. And there was a time when I was at my rope's end. I couldn't eat. I couldn't swallow. And Katie assured my wife, she said, by the end of this treatment, he's going to be different. You're not going to recognize him after today's treatment, she said. And my wife came back 2 hours later, and she couldn't believe it. I was a totally different person after the treatment that Katie gave me, and she was just so kind and gentle with me, as was Dr. Faruqi. I'd also like to thank my radiation oncologist. While not with this company, he was absolutely wonderful, and that was Dr. Tannehill. And he worked so closely with my surgeon, Dr. Reedy, and with Dr. Faruqi. The three of them were an absolute dynamic trio. It was great to have them taking care of me.